Saying yes before you know why. Okay. This is day 4 of 30. Everyone talks about learning to say no, boundaries, discernment, protecting your energy. But no one talks about the phase that comes before that. The phase where you don't yet know what you're protecting or where you're going. And when I look back honestly, my shift didn't begin with a strong no. It began with a very messy yes. Not a confident yes, not a strategic yes, a tired yes. A yes that came from knowing deep down that I couldn't keep living the same way. I didn't wake up one morning with clarity, I woke up with discomfort. A sense that something needed to change, even though I couldn't articulate it, what that change was. So I started saying yes to conversations that felt slightly out of my comfort zone, yes to calls where I didn't fully know what I was doing, yes to opportunity which I didn't have language for. Not because I was bold, because I was desperate for movement, for change. And here's the thing no one tells you. When you don't yet know where you're going, saying no can actually keep you stuck because no assumes clarity. I didn't have clarity. I just had an awareness that saying the same was costing me. So I said yes to things I didn't look impressive on paper or whatever. Some calls went nowhere. Some calls went nowhere. Some conversations just fizzled out. Some opportunities felt so awkward halfway through. There were moments where I'd get a call and think, why did I agree to that? And there was also moments where I felt something spark, not excitement, but recognition, like this part feels alive. And slowly the pattern by pattern, yes by yes, I started learning something important. Saying yes wasn't about commitment. It was about information. Every yes taught me something, took me places I hadn't been before. What energized me, what drained me, what I enjoyed talking about, what felt forced. You don't discover that by sitting still, by doing nothing. I think we've done women a disservice by jumping straight into the boundaries. I think we've done women a disservice by going straight into the whole conversation of boundaries. Boundaries are important, but they are not the starting point. Exploration is, especially when you've spent years being responsible, holding things together, doing what needs to be done. At some point, your system needs to try again, to be like childlike, to test, to stretch, to remember what curiosity felt like. If I'd waited until I felt certain, I would still be stuck. If I'd waited for till I felt certain, I would still be waiting. And clarity didn't come first, contrast did. I didn't find direction by saying no. I found it by saying yes long enough to realize what didn't fit. And saying yes is like not reckless, but when you're listening closely, how it feels, reckless is staying stuck because you're waiting for permission to be sure, to be perfect. After today, it's become harder to believe that clarity comes before movement. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about something where things start changing. What started as fun begins to feel real. But be delusional, be unleashed.